All right, so as the title of this video states, I've actually started to add sit-ups back into my workout, specifically into my upper body workouts, which I do on uh, was it Tuesdays and Fridays. My upper body workout consists of 200 push-ups, and that is 200 decline push-ups to be exact. And then I also do 100 pull-ups. Really, to clarify that, that's 50 front hand or pull-ups and 50 reverse hand or chin-ups. So 200 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, and now 100 sit-ups. So not that much. The reason why I'm doing sit-ups is, for one, I grew up on sit-ups. Now, a lot of people these days are saying that sit-ups are bad for your back, and I do think you need to be careful for sure. But I think you need to listen to your body while you do them and try to like take your time, don't rush through them, and all that kind of good stuff. The guy who runs Athlean X, I can't remember what his name is, but I watch his videos from time to time, so shout out to him. I saw him in a video saying something about maintaining the natural curvature in your lower back while you're doing them. Because if you ever looked, or if you know anything about physiology or whatever, or just bone structure, like your lower back kind of has like a curve there at the lower back, and that's natural. And what is that called? Is it lordosis? Anyhow, I can't remember. I studied all this stuff when I studied becoming a personal trainer. But anyhow, that's a natural curvature that you want to maintain. But sometimes, people do exercises that pull that part of the back out of that curvature, and it can actually be detrimental. And so he was recommending that whenever you do sit-ups, like make sure that you're kind of like maintaining that curvature back there. So that's kind of what I try to do. Um, and you may have noticed also, I don't come all the way up on my sit-ups either, not anymore. And the reason why is not because I'm just being lazy and cheating. It's because you get up to a certain point, and your abs relax, and your hip flexors, which actually bring your legs to your abs, your hip flexors kind of take over. So because I'm not trying to do hip flexor exercise now, hopefully you didn't laugh then. Hopefully you checked to see if I was okay first. So anyway, let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming. But so since I'm not trying to do sit-ups for my hip flexors, I don't come all the way up anymore, because what are we trying to do? We're trying to stimulate and build the muscle. Which leads to the second reason that I'm actually doing sit-ups now. And I actually want to build my abs. I want to build like my abs, and actually increase the size of the ab muscle. One thing that a lot of people, a lot of us want to see our abs, and I like to be able to see my abs. I can see them a little bit right now. Um, but a lot of the issue for people is that they have so much um fat covering their abs that they would never see them, even if they got their fat levels pretty low. But on top of that, another thing that helps to see your abs is to have the actual ab muscle developed. And so I realized I've actually had a lot of development in my upper abs for some time, because I grew up doing so many sit-ups and stuff like that. And so even when my body fat is probably about 17, 16%, I can kind of see my upper abs a bit. But anyway, I'm incorporating ab exercises nonetheless, to kind of make them more prominent and more directly like strong, and just kind of see what happens. It's kind of an experiment. But if you know anything about sit-ups are kind of more of like an upper ab type of exercise, and so you want to incorporate lower ab exercises too. It's one sheet, so anytime you bring the torso up or you bring the legs up, you're really exercising the whole sheet of muscle, that whole rectus abdominis, the six pack, the eight pack, or whatever. But there is slightly more emphasis on the lower abs when you bring those legs up to the torso, in contrast to when you bring that torso down to the legs. There's a little bit more lower ab activation there. So I do those. I do knee lifts. I hold my body weight up on a dip bar, and then I bring my knees up toward my torso. So now I will bring my legs up, but I'm still working on that strength to bring the straight leg all the way up. But we're getting there. I'm still working on the L sit move, and so I'm using that to kind of help me to develop that leg strength to bring straight legs up. Excellent abdominal exercise. Now, just for the record, it was about maybe 50 degrees outside. I'm guessing maybe a little warmer, but it was kind of chilly. But but one of my goals this winter, fall winter, is to not really necessarily bundle up whenever I go out. Now that might sound a little crazy, especially if some of y'all might hear grandma talking in your head or whatever. Um, I'm not necessarily gonna go out in shorts and whatnot, but the thing is, we are so bent on being comfortable that we never really like let our bodies kind of like use the extent of their systems to kind of like moderate your own temperature. And if you ever exercise out in the cold, you know that after a little bit of exercise, your body warms up. So being cold for a little while is not going to hurt you. Cold air does not create cold virus. And so I'm not really worried about being sick or anything like that. I mean, I'm not, like they say, I'm not wet or anything like that either. But I want to challenge you to do that. Get out there and don't be scared to be a little uncomfortable because your body will warm up. All right.